You want to pass the Praxis Elementary Education Math CKT, right? That's test code 7813. I want to show you a study tool that could be a total game changer for you. I'm Elizabeth, a test prep expert with Study.com. We're the only official test prep partner of ETS, the folks who make the Praxis. We've also got a 92% pass rate for people who use our study tools. So let me show you the study guide that's completely customizable to fit your needs and help you ace your test. Check it out. When you access the study guide for the Praxis Elementary Math CKT, make sure you enter the date that you plan to take it, if you know it. Study recommendations you get will be based on how close you are to that date. Before I show you the study guide for 7813, there's one big thing I want to tell you about. The great thing about Study.com is your subscription gives you access to all the Praxis study guides. For example, if you also need to prep for the Elementary Education Content Knowledge Exam, or 5018, you have access to both study guides at no extra cost. Let's get into this. You'll see the study guide list these sections just like they're structured on the test. The practice questions are divided by the exact same topics within each section. Here we've got counting and operations with whole numbers, place value and decimals, fractions, operations with fractions and ratios, and then early equations and expressions, measurement, and geometry. These are all going to start out locked until you either start practicing or take an initial assessment. Study.com's adaptive program will always start with a recommendation at the top to unlock your study plan with a 30-question practice test. If you know what you need to review, you can just jump right into lessons or select the topics you want to practice. Over here on the left side, you've got some options. You can go through everything in the course, create your own custom practice by mixing and matching topics you want to review. You can take a full-length practice test, and you can get all the information about the exam, like number of questions, how long you get, topic overviews, things like that. This study guide lets you control how you prepare for the exam. I usually recommend taking the initial assessment for most people. It's a simple diagnostic that unlocks your personalized recommendations and helps you make the most of your study time. I'm going to take it right now. Okay, I've gone through the initial assessment and here I am on the results page. Whoa, I did miss a lot, but this lets me show you the power of the study guide. On this results page, I can see all the questions with an explanation for the correct answers. And I can also see how I scored on each section. Reviewing questions you missed is a great strategy for really cementing that information, so you get it right when you see the same type of questions on the test. The study guide is where you'll really see the magic of the adaptive program at work. It's divided into categories. First up are quick wins. These are topics where I did pretty good. I need a little more practice to shore some stuff up, but I have a decent grasp of the basic material. I can do a mixed practice of all my quick wins or do a specific topic. Next, I see almost there. These are sections I did a little worse on and need some additional practice. As I answer questions correctly, these topics move into quick wins. If I was really struggling with something, it might move down to a section called deep learning. For anything that shows up there, it's recommended to check out the lessons rather than just do more practice right away. It'll let you jump into the video lessons on those topics to learn the things you might not know really well. Then you can get back to more practice. Sometimes the initial assessment won't have questions for every category. In that case, you might see a few sections labeled Practice to Unlock. You can click on those to do some practice, and afterward they'll fit within your study plan. It's a good idea to read through these explanations as you go. Having more information can cement that knowledge better for those you get right, and add a little more context or detail you might need to remember for the ones you get wrong. Okay, so as you work through the recommendations in your study guide, the sections should keep moving up. Your goal is to get each section, or at least most of the sections, in a proficient status. As your test date gets closer, or after you've done enough practice, your study guide will recommend taking a full-length practice test. You can also get to it by clicking on the practice test menu here. I know it's a big time commitment, but I strongly recommend carving out the time for at least 2 full-length practice tests before your actual exam. It's really important to test yourself on a full, authentic exam to see how you do in a sustained setting. Looks like I learned quite a bit, but I need a little more practice to get proficient. Great way to study for this test, isn't it? Targeted recommendations specifically for you, what you know and what you need to brush up on. This is studying smarter. And having full-length practice tests really sets you up with real-life experience, so test day won't feel so intimidating. So what are you waiting for? Get started today, set yourself up for success, and become part of the 92% of people who pass their exams using study.com. Like this video and subscribe to this channel for a lot more help getting ready for your Praxis tests. Thanks for watching. Happy studying.